In the serene village of Ogidi, cradled among rolling emerald hills and thick whispering forests, life danced to the age-old rhythm of tradition. The people here lived simply, guided by the ancestral wisdom passed down through generations. But one rule towered above all others. Never leave your clothes on the line after sunset. To outsiders it seemed harmless. But to the people of Ogidi it was sacred, etched deep into their collective memory by whispers of the past. Long ago, when spirits and mortals walked closer than now, there lived a young woman named Adanna, a radiant soul with laughter like wind chimes and hands that worked like magic. She was known for her beauty, diligence, and her uncanny skill in washing and tending clothes. Each market day, villagers brought garments to her, trusting in her careful touch. On one such day, dark clouds gathered prematurely, and a storm seemed eager to arrive before the sun's retreat. Adanna rushed to collect the drying garments when her best friend, Enoi, called out, "Adanna, the elders are calling everyone to the square. Hurry!" Startled, she glanced at the remaining clothes on the line, some still damp, and hesitated. But the urgency in Enoi's voice nudged her forward. "I'll fetch them later," she whispered to herself and ran. By the time the village gathering ended, the moon was already watching from above. Exhausted, Adanna returned home and forgot. But the forest had not. That night, the Amusu, mischievous spirits of the night, crept from the shadows. Neither good nor evil, these shimmering beings thrived on unattended things bathed in moonlight. Clothes especially were their favorite. They carried the essence of their owners, scent, energy, even fragments of soul. When the Amusu glided past Adanna's compound, their glowing eyes caught the forgotten garments. Intrigued, they twisted and teased the fabrics, whispering ancient mischief into every thread. Morning came. Adanna rushed outside and froze. Some clothes were missing. Others were twisted beyond recognition. A once vibrant wrapper looked faded and drained. A baby's tiny shirt now large enough to fit a grown man. News spread like wildfire. The elders convened. Among them sat Panana, the oldest and wisest of them all. His voice trembled with weight. "This is the work of the Amusu," he declared. "They feast on what we leave to the moon. Clothes are a second skin, they carry our spirit. When left overnight, we invite meddling from beyond." Whispers turned to gasps. Some villagers clutched their wrappers. Others murmured prayers. Then things grew stranger. A hunter wearing one of the twisted garments became lost in his own forest. A child wrapped in another fell mysteriously ill. Even Adanna, once vibrant, began to fade. Her laughter muted, her spirit dimmed. In desperation, she sought help from Mama Aya, the revered village diviner, keeper of secrets, speaker of spirits. With a toss of cowrie shells and a knowing gaze, Mama Aya spoke. "The spirits are restless. You've angered them. Only offerings and humility can restore balance." Adanna obeyed. At the edge of the forest, she placed palm wine, yams, and kola nuts, the village's sacred gifts. She bowed her head and promised never to defy the rule again. Gradually, Ogidi began to breathe again. Peace returned, but the memory never faded. To this day, as dusk kisses the land and the sun slips away, every villager in Ogidi rushes to gather their laundry. Not a single thread left to tempt the spirits. And Adanna, older now, sits by the fire, surrounded by wide-eyed children, her voice gentle but firm. It may seem like a small thing, but the spirits, they are always watching. And so the rule lives on, not merely superstition, but a sacred pact between the seen and the unseen.